Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you that how you can install Parrot Linux on your virtual machine. This is a better Linux than the Kali and most favorable Linux by the hackers. So first I'm going to show you step-by-step guide how you can install this on your virtual machines, and in meanwhile I'm going to tell you that what are the benefits and the features and how we can do the amazing things using this Linux. So let's start it. You need to click on the new virtual machine, then we need to select the ISO which we downloaded for this Parrot Linux. Right now I am using 3.4.1 version of it, and when we click on the next, we need to select the guest operating system Linux, and then by default Ubuntu is the right fit for it, and we are going to name it Parrot as for our better remembrance that which Linux it is. Click on next, and here I prefer to store it as a virtual disk as a single file for the better performance. Here customized hardware is necessary for the better performance, as I would like to assign it at least 2 GB of the RAM, and with 2 processors with 2 virtual cores, so that total should be like 4 and it will perform better, and with the virtualization VT support as well. I would like to go with the bridge thing for the network adapters, and in the USB I'm going to select the USB 3.0 with all USB input devices, so that it will be better to play with the input and output devices later on. 3D graphics is already enabled. We are done here. Let's power on this virtual machine. Whereas it has both options, like you can run it in a live mode and you can as well as directly install it from here. You can see the option in the top second area, install. But I prefer to run it in a live mode because I can see the possibilities and the features prior to the installing. And it is the best thing because it is not going to take a lot of the time. Anyways, just only for your information, I created this video a long time ago, but I didn't get a lot of the time. So today I thought that it's the best time to share this video with you. So sorry for the voiceover in case if my voice is a little before the video or after the video. As we can see right now, it is already boot up in the live mode. And we can see it has a lot of the features and a lot of the tools installed inside it for the cryptography, firewall, security, and a lot of the stuff. So it's better to install it right now by double click on the install Parrot. And normal things, language, country. So it is going to install the basic components, and for all the installation process and the default loading thing, the video is already speed up, so there is no need to skip anything. So everything is already speeded up for your convenience. So as here is a root password which is main, I will tell you later. Initially we need to log in by this password only, whereas we already created the user along with its password as well as from here. So I would suggest you for the virtual machines, go with the guided user disk and select all the files in one partition. And you can see it automatically created one primary partition and one swap partition as well. So write the changes to the disk. Yes, we agree. And right now it is copying the data to the disk, and again this process is speed up a process for you. As you know that these days Parrot is much preferable than the Kali, and it has most of the tools available inside it, better than the Kali and more accurate, even with better help available on the Google. So a lot of the hackers and the ethical hackers and the people who would like to crack the networking passwords or the router's password are using this Linux to crack the stuff. And just only for your information, I tried few stuff, and yes, for the basic routers and such sort of the stuff I got the success. So right now again this is a speed up thing, so might be in your case it will take some time. So once we are done with this step, it is asking us to use a network mirror because for the updates and so on. So as for the time period, it is not going to accept my user password because the password is required. So might be I need to, because here the user is shown as Parrot where we created our own user, so it's better to switch the user right now. So I think so that if I will try with the, I think so the password which I set is also not working, so I think so it's a root. So I use the root password over here and this worked for me. And I didn't select the local network because the internet connection is quite good over here, so I don't have to like worry about this thing. So right now it is installing the grub files, and here yes is fine for me. If you are using other Linux as well as on your partition, in that case select no and change your preferences from there. As this is our hard disk which we already partitioned, so select the same disk which is available here like devs SDA. And right now it is installing the grub bootloader over there, and it will take some time for the basic things. Continue, installation is complete, and right now it is removing all the live packages which were available and loaded with the live installation to free up the space. And right now we are in, and automatically the LAN connection also established. And if in the system, I think so we need to restart it once to test that the bootloader is working fine and the Linux is working. So yes, grub bootloader is loaded and it is working well. And this time the user password for the Techobia also works well. So I'm going to delete these two basic files like install and stuff from here. And first thing first, I think so it's better if I will change the resolution. And then I am going to show you that how you can install the VMWare tools so that you can utilize the functionality of your host sound card and the display adapters here, and you can even drag and drop files to copy and paste the stuff from the host machine to your virtual machine. So as I just configured the configuration, and first because it is good right now I'm just using a spare monitor which is of 1316 to 760 at resolution. So I'm just making it full screen so that you can also enjoy the video on the full screen. As you know that virtual machine has no display adapters directly to set for such a resolution. It always uses the resolution 1024 into 768. So right now we already configured the resolution and already we are on the live full screen. And if we see, like, it has a few sort of the widgets already running, like which is showing us how much processor is in use and how many processes are running. So let me explore a little about it, what we have to show you after this. I think so that first of all, if you want to do it better after installing or changing the resolution, restart is good. And here first of all it's better if we will see all the available keyboard shortcuts, because if we know the shortcuts we can launch the application soon. Every Linux has a different shortcuts, like especially as if you are a Linux fan, then terminal is your USB. So here RT is for the the controls, I think so are on the left. Okay, so RT is for the terminal. So here we are in the terminal. So I suggest you first to perform all the updates and upgrade it to its latest release, so that in case if there is any missing library or missing thing, that will be downloaded and you will get the better performance from your operating system. So I think so sudo is not working as Ubuntu here, but yes, Red Hat su is working. So I use su root and root password to enter as a root, and this thing worked for me. I think so. Let me check if su -i is not working for me. So su root is working and the password. Let me install the updates. As it is the latest release, you don't need to use apt-get every time. You can directly use apt update and apt upgrade to perform the updates. Again, I'm going to speed up this upgrade step because I assume that a lot of the upgrades are available. Oh yes, 391 MB. So okay, so I'm going to speed up this process. So here I cut down most of the part from it, but as you can see, like, it is automatically installing the server based tools. So you need to install the mail server. So it is asking me for the postfix configuration if you are not aware. So I don't need to like set up the mail server on it. So I am selecting the no configuration here, or local only. If you are on a static IP, it will be helpful to send the mails from your local machine. So in the system name, we can set any name. It is just going to write this entry in the etc host, Techobia. Again, this is a speed up process, so no need to skip this video. As I already tried my best to make this video as short as possible. I know that the operating system installation is so time consuming. I can understand your concern because I am also a YouTube user as well. So here we are done. I suggest you to reboot the machine once so that every update will properly get installed and no dependency is still in the cache. So as right now you see, I'm just like making it out of the full screen and it is not resizing itself. So we need to install the VMWare tools. And the Linux, so we have a very good option that we can install the VMWare tools by using the OpenVM tools, and this work well in all the Ubuntu and the Mint installations. For that you just only need to type this command, OpenVM tools, as well as OpenVM tools desktop. This contains some GUI drivers which will be helpful like in the drag and the drop type of the things. Once it is installed, again I suggest you to make a fast reboot. As we see, it automatically decreases the screen size. It means these are going to work. I'm going to reboot so that when it is on, if we are in, as we already selected the full screen resolution, so there is no magic over here yet. So I'm going to reduce the screen size, whereas I can see I think I need to resize because this is maximizing, and if I see, yes, it is automatically fitting the guest thing. So yes, VMware tools also worked here. So right now you know that how you can install the Parrot Linux on your virtual machine along with VMware tools. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video and sub to show your love. Thank you for watching. Signing off for today. Bye bye. See you soon in the coming video.